Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I am going to be sharing with you what I've been up to this week, and I do have a couple of new books, but they were pre-ordered, and I didn't buy anything new, so I'm still doing okay with my no buy. Except for last week, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, so I am going to take a sip of my tea and then we will talk about that stuff and then do some coloring. So I will be right back with you. And I know I mention it regularly, but I just wanted to remind you guys again what tea that I drink, and it's the Harney and Sons tea. It is by far, this is the hot cinnamon tea, and that's my favorite tea that I've ever had. So if you guys want to check out their website, they have some really cool Christmas things going on, and not sponsored or anything, just a tea that I really love. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, first up, I have started my advent calendar. So I am up to day 12, so I'm halfway through, and I really like the way that it's looking so far. So hopefully the next time you guys see this, it'll be completed, but each day I'm releasing a little video so you guys can see my progress, and I'm really enjoying making those little shorts. I think they're super fun. Yeah, I've just really liked it a lot. So I finished, okay, let's see what we got here. So this one doesn't have anything in it, but I might want to work in that one. So this one I've started. This one here, and so here's my inspiration image. This is what I've got so far. I don't like how dark the pink is. I might try to lighten that up with, like, I don't know, either a colorless blender or just a white pencil over top of it. I just want it to be lighter. But yeah, I like it. I think that those like the pink, red, and the blue and like this light green, I think are fun together. And this will be the first page that I've colored in this book, which I can't believe that. I have just barely started something in here, but I'm excited about this page. I think it's going to be really cute. What is that? There's a random sticky. I don't know what that's for. But I started this one, so this is going to be my color palette. I want to try to do, I'm either going to do Distress inks or some kind of like stamping ink in the background, or I might try like gelatos or something. I'm not sure, but I want a nice solid pink background for this for sure, because I think I'm going to do a little white bunny and then like a lighter wood for the wreath here, and the bow I might try to do some kind of pattern on it. I think maybe some kind of plaid, because that's pretty easy to create. But yeah, I will say I don't love the paper in this book. It seems to bleed a lot faster than regular Amazon paper does. So you have to be really careful when you're adding your alcohol markers. I discovered that pretty quick there. So I'm not sure how much. I might switch to maybe some water-based markers or paint markers even. So yeah, and I'm not sure if I want to I've thought about using paint marker in the background, but I don't think I want to do that because I don't always like seeing the streaks. Sometimes I don't mind it, but I don't always like seeing the streaks where you can see, like, you know, every little stroke, coloring stroke, and I don't always love that. I want something pretty flat. So I'm thinking Distress ink or chalk pastel, or maybe a combination of the two even would be a good way to get that background. So there's that. Okay, and then in 50 Farmers Miniatures, I haven't actually colored anything in this one yet, but I have started the process of altering my page. So this is the page that Megan and I, so I'm coloring, Megan has been my buddy coloring in this book for a while, a long time, and we picked this page. This is one of the pages, the few pages that she has left. So, and then I also do too. So we're gonna do this one. And I wanted to make, of course I have to make it Christmas. So far I have added in this potted plant back here, which I'm gonna add some more greenery so it looks fuller. But yeah, so I drew that in. And then I've also changed this little milk carton to like a little eggnog carton. I thought that was cute. I plan to do like a little berry and holly leaf little thing in the cow's hair, and then draw in some ornaments in the background and write Merry Christmas at the bottom. So that is my plan for the page. I have it all sketched in. But yeah, I'm excited to keep going in that. Okay, finished pages. So I finished one page in Frozen Magic. This is from Anna Emilia Studios, and I finished this page. I really like it. I like the background was really fun. I really wanted to experiment. That's all alcohol markers. And I really wanted to experiment and see if I could get, so my inspiration for the background is this page. And I really wanted to see if I could recreate the watercolor look with my alcohol markers, and I think I did okay. It looks all right. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. And then this little bear was my inspiration for like the more orangey red. Then, and then it's just basically blue and that color, and then the brown and the green of the animals. But I thought that turned out really cute. So there's that one. I'm gonna keep that in there. I've just been playing with alcohol markers all week. I've been having a lot of fun with those. So in this one, I did this page, and I did the thing again where I extended it outside of the border, because normally it's, it's just got this small border around the edges, but I made it go all the way out. I added the little garland to the lines here where the ornaments were. Added a bunch of like snow, like frosty glass kind of things, and then snow in the background, the pattern on the tablecloth and the teapot. Yeah, it was really fun. I wish, again, the pink was a little less vibrant, but it is what it is. And then I also did this one. Again, was trying to play with my alcohol markers and trying to create like a bokeh effect with my alcohol markers, and it looks all right. It looks okay. I like this. I mean, it's cute. It's fine. I'm also currently working on, which page? There it is. This one, where I've used a pink color combo to do that bokeh, and I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, so I'm only partway through this page, but I like the way that that's going, and I'm going to add like little evergreen boughs and stuff around the edges and to do that. Instead of extending the page, this time I'm going to create my own border. So yeah, I think that's going to be cute. I do really like the way that background looked too. So yeah, that is what I did this week. I have been spending a lot of time making those little shorts videos for the advent calendar. So that's been taking a good portion of my time. Okay, so new books. I finally received these guys, which I was super excited about. I got a message from iMusic that said, yes, we finally can send you your books that you ordered. I don't even know how long ago. But I've been watching everybody's videos because I watch so many YouTubers that stream in Europe or England or, wherever, and they all have it. And I'm just like, I want it so bad, but my stupid country is not letting me have it. But finally it came through. So I'm super excited. These books are just lovely. Yes, they are for sure a more simple style for, of book, for her. And I don't mind it because I think that if you want to just color it very simply, you can. If you want to create like a masterpiece, you can. I've seen both with these books. And so, yeah, this one I think is probably one of my favorites. And I saw somebody do that. I can't remember who it was. I saw somebody color that one. I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cute. But this is kind of like the older line art style. So if you see here, like this is super thick line art. And this is more of like her older style line art, but I don't mind the thickness of the new ones. I really don't. So yeah, so this is this one. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it because I'm going to screw both of them up, but this is the Seasons book and this is the Christmas book. And then, yeah, so this one is really cool. I love this because it's single-sided, so I can use alcohol markers on this, where I have never done that before on a Maria Trolle page. So see, and there you've got another one where it's like the thinner line art versus like I don't know if you can see the difference, but yeah, I don't mind the thicker, and I think that one's a thinner one too. I don't mind the thicker line art. I really don't. So yes, very excited. This will be added to my Christmas coloring plans for sure. Possibly this one too, but I don't know. For sure this one though. So there's those. And then this one I had pre-ordered a while ago and completely forgot about. This is the new coloring book from Lydia Fenwick called Lunar. This is a zodiac kind of, it says a zodiac art, but I think it's all like Chinese New Year kind of, Lunar New Year. That's what it is. And it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And each animal has 3 pages. So you get the page with like all of the dates, and then a beautiful illustration. And then the next one is one that talks a little bit about like the colors and then what it represents. And then a portrait, with like a little hint of the animal somewhere on the portrait. And then the last one is another one where it tells you like the good qualities, maybe the negative qualities, and a little saying about each of the qualities of that animal. And then another just stunningly beautiful illustration. And I was just blown away. It's so beautiful. And yeah, so this is one, nope, not that one. This is mine. So I will be coloring one of those first. I don't know when I'm going to color it yet, but it's just, I love it so much. Yeah, it's so beautiful. So actually, that is the next year too. So that works perfectly. So it's my year. It's the year that I was born plus what next year will be. So maybe I'll try to do a snake page before the end of the year, because I really like those as well. This one's stunning. I did see already the wonderfully talented Tavorna colored a page in this book. I think it was Tavorna. I think it was Danielle. But she's already done a page in this book, and it's gorgeous because she is amazing. Just look at this artwork. Yeah, Lydia Fenwick is just so flipping talented. I love this one. That's so cute. Okay. So yeah, so those are the new books. I got very excited about those. All right. So I want to work with some alcohol markers today. This is the page that I want to do in this book. I love this little llama. I have loved it since I got this book, and I've wanted to color it since I got the book. Hold on. Sorry, trying to break the spine on these sometimes is not super easy. So this is the color palette that I want to go with. It's very light, very, very light. And I'm not sure exactly how I want to do this yet. I think I want to use some distress inks because I do have some really pretty like pinks that I think would go nice. Maybe some pinks and peaches kind of around here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this off and then grab my inks, and we'll get some distress inks on the page. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So I will be right back with you guys. All right, so I have my little inks are all stored in these little containers. Currently, I might be switching that up here soon. I found some cool like drawer insert ones that stack like, I don't know, a lot more in a thing, and you can stack 2 of them in your drawer. That might be where I'm going next, but this is helpful because you can transport it easier. And I like to go upstairs when I'm creating cards and stuff like that. I like to go upstairs with my friend, so it's easier to transport. Anyway, long story short, this is what they're in now. Okay, so I like this color. This Tattered Rose color is a really good one for what I'm wanting to do. And I think the other one I'm gonna go with is this Worn Lipstick color. I think those are the 2 that I'm going to use. So I do have a couple different ways that I want to try to put this on the page. I'm also going to grab a couple of like, I think greens. I'm going to go ahead and grab some greens. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but I'm going to grab them. So I have this Shabby Shutters, which I think will be okay. I'm going to try these 2 and see how that goes. I might be grabbing another one here in a minute, but that's what I've got so far. Okay. I'm also going to use this tape. So this is paper tape from scrapbook.com. Pretty sure it's scrapbook.com. It's either that or Simon Says. I will find out, and I will have this linked in the description below if you are interested. But I like this a little bit better than washi tape. It's not as tacky, and it's got a paper top, and that just for some reason works better for me. So I'm going to tape this off. I'm probably just going to tape a little rectangle in here, and then we will get started with some inking. All right, so I currently have it all taped off. I am going to do something a little different down here, which I don't know that I think I might have talked about in previous videos, but this paper tape is really easy to cut with a craft knife. So I can come in here, actually I'm gonna give it a head start a little bit. I can trace the outline, since I can see through the tape, I can trace the outline of the image, and it kind of, I can, like, instead of using like masking fluid that would not work on this paper at all, I can use this tape. It is a little bit more time consuming for sure, but if I want to cover things up, this is one of the best ways to do it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these couple things cut off here. Okay, there you go. So that looks, it's not perfect, but it's okay. The rest of the llama I'm not going to worry about, because I'm going to try something like in these little inside areas. I'm going to try to use a different little brush. We're going to see how that works. I'm not sure about that yet, but so yeah. So I'm going to start. Do I want this one? No, I think I'm going to start with the pink. So yeah. All right, let me grab my brush. So I have these little makeup brushes, and I have one for each color. And they need to be, seriously need to be cleaned, but this works fine. And then I kind of will occasionally rub the color off onto another piece of paper when I have it around, but for now, this is what's going to happen. So hi, everybody. I hope you are doing well. It is Friday morning for me. I have to not be on here super long because I do have a lot to do today. We've got, I've got D&D again tonight, so I'm very excited about that. And then, you know, just life. Like, just seems like everything keeps piling up. And of course it's December, so that's gonna happen, right? It's just, this week has flown by so fast that I couldn't believe it was over already. And I had lots to do this week too, but just crazy. Okay, and I'm trying to get as close as I can to the image without getting on it, but if I do get on it a little bit, it's okay. The only parts that I'm really worried about are like the fur of the alpaca or llama or whatever this is. Alpacas are cuter, right? Llamas have like weird faces. So I'm going to say this is an alpaca. All right. Okay, I like that. So I've got this little circular pad here, and then I have these dauber things. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember. Handles, whatever. It's got a little bit of Velcro on it, so these stick right on. So now what I can do is I can get a little bit of ink. So Zucchini Kitty used to do this a lot, and I don't know if she still does. I haven't watched her videos lately, but she colored a lot. She would base a lot of her pages with distress ink, and it always looked amazing. But you can get a little bit of that color right on the edge and then kind of angle the pad to get the color where you want it. Again, if you get it a little bit over the edge, it's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world, but this way I can get this color down in here without making a super huge mess. Again, it's a little bit over the edges of things, but that's okay. It is definitely lighter than the top of the top there, so I do want to darken it up a little bit if I can. this cactus is going to be darker green, so I'm not really worried about that right now. Okay, this is where I don't want to get it onto the fur. So I'm going to have to be very aware of where I'm putting. And if I do get it on there, like I can use paint markers or pencils even would cover some of this up. So yeah, I'm not super worried. That's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna just add color around here too. I want it to get a little bit lighter as it goes down the page. Ooh, I am super focusing on this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I am going to just I'm gonna have a nice weekend. I'm gonna try to get some more Christmas presents bought and, you know, get all my Christmas shopping done for all of the people that I want to give gifts to this year. All right, I'm gonna try to use this lighter color. So this is the Tattered Rose, and I'm just gonna blend it into this pink color that I just did. So it should have like a nice gradient from the lighter down into the, or the darker down into the light. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna try to get the rest of my Christmas shopping done and start wrapping presents and stuff so that I'm not left at the last minute like I normally am with a bunch of presents to wrap. That is not what I want to do this Christmas. So I'm going to attempt to get that done ahead of time. We will see how that goes. Okay. I don't despise that. I think that looks okay. What do we think? Okay. I like it. I'm going to add a little bit more pink up to the top. See if I can darken that up a little bit. Yeah, so with Distress inks, unless you want to spend like hours adding color, I feel like this isn't always the best option for like super flat background. But I don't mind the variations in the color. As long as you have it, you know, as vibrant as it needs to be, I think it's okay. That's gonna cause me a problem later, I think, but that's all right. Okay, I'm gonna hold off there. Okay, so next I have this stencil. It is a very inexpensive stencil I got on Amazon, and I have this pigment ink, this white pigment ink. So I'm gonna try my best to add that to that. Use one of these little brushes. It's got a nice little brush on the tip, and we'll see how that goes. I just want little snowflakes, so I think I want those ones. I'm gonna get some ink and try to get that in there. And even if it's light, that's okay. I might have needed to let this dry before I did this, but this is an experiment. It'll be fine. Yeah, so it's just a tiny little soft snowflake. Okay, I like that. Yeah, let's do another one over here. Just a tiny bit right there on the edge. I feel like I haven't talked about anything. Last weekend, what did I do? Okay, so I had a lovely time with my family decorating for Christmas. We got the tree up, and I still have to, we have 2 trees, so I still have to kind of get the other tree done, but that's okay. I will work on it. Nobody likes to put that tree up, and it's okay because it's my tree, really. Like, it's the one that's like that matches, where our other tree is the, you know, the whole big family tree. So it's got, you know, ornaments from when the kids were little, and they each get a Christmas ornament every year. And so they can, you know, eventually take those with them when they go out into the world. Okay, I'm gonna do this one here. But yeah, we had a really great time. My brother came over with his girlfriend and her daughter, so that was really nice. They got to hang out with us. It was the first time meeting her, so that was really fun. She's super sweet. She's very into coloring, so some of the books that I had set aside to kind of, you know, pass on to somebody else or donate somewhere ended up going home with her. So that was good. Yeah, and then this week has just been busy. I don't even know what I was doing. Like, I felt like I didn't have any time to do anything. No time to color, really. But yeah, maybe it's just because I've been so focused on that little Advent video. So I'm gonna try this weekend to finish that up and see if I can get the rest of that done, which I think will be great. Then I'll be able to focus on other stuff because I have a couple of buddy colors that I need to work on, and, you know, any, like, the color along that I want to do for this month in the Lulu book. Okay, so that's really soft. I don't even know, I'm hoping you guys can see that. Yeah, super, super soft. Okay, I'm gonna take the tape off here. And this paper tape does not pull up the paper normally. Sometimes if I push down on it really hard, like if I'm doing, oh, I gotta get some of that off. If I'm doing like distress inks or whatever, then I will get my heat gun so that it doesn't rip it, but typically it does not. I got a little bit right there. That's okay. But yeah, so previously I have used that tape when I wanted to do distress inks in my Amazon books. I've used that tape to cover the entire image, and I've just like laid down a piece. Like I would take like a scrap piece like this and lay it over the ornament and then cut out the ornament. And it's definitely time consuming, but I just feel like it creates a really nice look in the end. So this is my favorite part, the reveal. I think this is gonna be cute. Love it. All right, so there is a cute little background. I like that very much. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple of, I was gonna do distress ink on the cactus and stuff, but I think I'm gonna do alcohol markers instead. And I think I'm gonna go with like this color. I don't know what color that is, but I'm gonna try to find it. So let's test out some colors. Let's see what we got. That's pretty perfect. I like that one a lot. What do you look like? I like that one a little bit better. Let's go with that one. All right, so you'll be able to kind of see that it just kind of disappears once you start adding the alcohol marker. Now the pigment ink does stay wet for a little bit, so you want to be careful not to smudge it. So I'm trying to keep my hands out of it, and you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but right at the top of that, I did get a little bit of the pigment ink onto the cactus, and so it's not, it resisted the alcohol marker, which is an interesting technique to maybe keep in mind, because I could do like a white pigment ink stencil in the background and then go over the top of it with alcohol marker and create that resist technique. That would be something interesting to maybe add to my technique list of things to try. Trying really hard not to smudge this, so I'm just going to put a piece of paper over top of it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Like I said, D&D tonight, which is always a fun time. It just seems like everything converged on today though, so I only have like this small window of time to make the video and hopefully get it edited before tonight. But I have like a million other things to do on top of it. So that's not always the best. I'm trying to decide if I want to do some blending or if I want to use my pencils. I think I'm going to do some blending actually. So let's see what that, we'll try that, see if that'll, yeah, I've just been doing some really simple, basic shading with my, my alcohol markers on these pages that I've been doing recently, and I've just really enjoyed it. A lot of the times it's just me going back over with the original color and doing like super, super light shading, but definitely have been experimenting with that a little. All right, I like that. Let's see, what else? We watched a movie together last night, which is a rare occurrence in this house. We don't do that very often anymore, which upsets me. We used to watch movies all the time, but you know, it's not a thing we do anymore a whole lot. But we watched The Glass Onion, and it was so good. I didn't have, so in the first one, in Knives Out, I definitely guessed who the murderer was, or who the bad guy was, I guess, in the first movie. But in this one, I kind of had a harder time. Like, I'm normally pretty good at sussing out who it is and like what's going to happen. But this one was kind of, I did have a little bit of a surprise on this one. I was not sure. So that was fun. I had a guess, and it was close, but it wasn't quite exactly what happened. But yeah, it was a good movie, and there's a new one coming out soon, so that's exciting. My oldest is like a super fan of those movies, and she's just stoked about the new one coming out. Last night she came upstairs, like ran up the stairs. They have a gaming setup in the basement that they use, and they ran up the stairs when I told them that it was on, and then just proceeded to just giggle, and because they already knew what happened, but they love those movies. All right, that looks okay. It's not my fave, but it's okay. I don't like whatever's happening up here. I'll have to fix that with pencils probably. I feel like this needs to just blend more. Blend. All right, well, there's that. All right, I think the fur is definitely going to be like a creamy white color, but the little face and the ears are going to be like maybe that peachy color, I think. So let's find what I want to use for that. That's not bad. Ooh, I like that one better. This one's too yellow. Let's go with this one. Let's see, what else? I don't know, not a ton, not a bunch else. I feel like there's way more that I should be talking about, but I just don't know. I don't know what it is. Anyway, check out the shorts on here on YouTube or the Instagram Reels for the Advent calendar. Like I said, I'm uploading those daily. I'm having fun coloring them, enjoying the color palette. Do I want the ears to be the same as the fur or the same as the face? I think I want them to be the same as the fur. Yes, that is the what I'm doing. That is the what I'm doing for sure. Okay, let's find a nice pinky red color for the hat. We'll try that. And then I can definitely add some shading to this, some pencil shading maybe. Cute. I'm going to be doing the fur for sure with pencils, just because I want to use like super, super light colors. Let's do this color on, let's do this on this part. So yeah, so finishing up the, gosh, I feel like I'm just repeating myself. I'm so sorry. Finishing up the, what am I trying to say, guys? Good Lord. Finishing up the Advent calendar this weekend. So those will all be done. And then I can, my next thing to focus on would be the color along in Lulu's House of Wonder. Do I want this flower? No, I don't think so. I am going to do some of these guys with this color though. I'm going to go with a warm gray. So this is warm gray 5. I think that'll be an okay color. Probably going to do the snow with like pink undertones instead of blue. I think that'll work there. This is very cute. I have loved this page, like I said, since I first saw it. We're gonna use this color for some of these guys. Let's do that one. Yeah, and I just feel like this color palette was perfect for it. This is sweet little simple page for sure. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. This is a lighter green. I might go with a lighter pink too for some of the ornaments. I feel like that works. Okay, let me grab a lighter pink. I need the light pink for this one up here. Even though there's already a little bit of pink on the flower already. The ears are throwing me. I don't know if I should do the ears the same color as the face. I'm gonna have to go look at llamas just to see. Okay, that's it for me today, I think. That is, I mean, it's cute. It's just a, you know, the first base layer, and then I will add in some more fun pencil shading and things like that to this afterwards. I might be able to finish this one today. It's adorable. I love it. All right, so yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys being here. Sorry I didn't have a ton to talk about, but yeah, that just happens sometimes for sure. Next week, I will be able to talk to you about several things because we've got a couple of fun concerts coming up and different things like that. So yeah, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.